right now is that people are collaborating on content, but they're using a wide variety of display technologies to look at it. So I work on this footage for a little bit on my LG, and you work on it for a little bit on your LCD, and this guy down here works on an OLED. How do we know that we're seeing things the same way?
Right.
And that's the business that we're in. We make all your monitors match, monitor matching.
Okay.
And the biggest problem that people usually have is matching their reference monitor to the larger monitor in their, like a grading suite.
Right.
People are doing color grading, and they've got something like a Sony reference monitor as the thing that's on their desk working with Resolve, and then the client is looking at that, and you want to make sure that those two images are the same.
Right.
And that's what we provide. We provide the software to ensure that wherever you see your content, you're seeing it the same way.
I guess like for handling color translation, like I mean, are you guys using like ICC profiles, or are there like certain types of like lookup tables, or a piece of proprietary software driver that all the signal has to go through?
All of the above.
Okay.
Like so, if you're calibrating PCs or Macintoshes, the quick, fast, easy way to do it is with a one-dimensional LUT that goes into the graphics adapter and an ICC profile. If you're calibrating reference monitors like that small, and I don't know if I want to drag you down there, but the small HD and the Flanders, they take three-dimensional lookup tables, 3D LUTs, and that's the state of the art in correcting professional monitors these days. I make a 3D LUT, I load the 3D LUT right into the monitor, and you can make it essentially perfect, much better than you can with an ICC profile. We measure the difference as a delta E, and so we used to say under a delta E of 3 is good, but now
is
with
3 good? I thought under 1 was good.
Then we said under 2 is good, then we say under 1 is good, and with a 3D LUT we can get it well under 1, which is essentially saying the monitor is now perfect. There's no visible residual color error.
What about issues with, you know, like say like your very, I guess, high density, very dark colors? Like, are you saying that you're able to consistently achieve sub delta 1 on a reference monitor, even in the very
at the very darks? Yes.
Okay. And I guess like one of the limitations I've noticed, like I'm looking at the hardware that you're using here, like it almost looks like a off-the-shelf spectrophotometer. Like what's that little guy there?
So the C6 is a. Let me shove you aside rudely.
Sure.
The C6 is OEM from X-rite. They manufacture it for us as like an i1 display, but we put additional features into it, including we characterize it on a wide variety of displays, so that there's a table in our software that you can select to say this is a white LED backlight, or this is an OLED, and you can get much more accurate that way.
I see.
We also have additional low light handling, so we can read more accurately down in the darks.
How do you, how do you add better low light handling to an existing piece of hardware?
With really advanced sampling techniques. You don't just measure multiple times and average, you measure multiple times and do noise reduction, look for the consistent value.
I see. So is this like a software function, or are you actually changing the hardware?
Software function.
Okay, I see. So again, like primarily a software company.
We're a software company, and our job is to provide the software solutions. By the way, we work with everybody's hardware. We work with the Klein K10 or Photo Research or Konica Minolta or any meter that anybody already has in their shop. We say yes, we support that.
Okay, amazing. Actually, interestingly too, like what about this is something I've noticed recently. I have an NEC, well, I guess a fleet of NEC SpectraCAL monitors with the NEC, maybe SD Spectra Sensor SB3 or whatever they call it, and I've noticed that I can't use it using X-rite software on non-NEC monitors. Is there a locking? Can I use that piece of hardware now using your software to calibrate other monitors, or do we have to use your?
NEC is one of the ones that we cannot.
Oh, specifically. Okay. I see. We're going to blame NEC for that?
Yeah, it's locked out.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Cool. I just want to just come over here. Like, what
Sure.
do you? Like,
So
I see,
in this
yeah.
workstation, this is the latest model Samsung consumer TV. It's their QLED that was just announced at the beginning of the year. And what we show is that our software can auto-cal it. You let me make sure this is pointed correctly. You come into CalMAN, push one button, CalMAN puts the test pattern up on the screen, measures, corrects, measures again, corrects again if necessary, goes on to the next patch, and in about between 2 and 3 minutes, we've done a complete grayscale calibration on that television.
Okay, now I guess when you're not connected to that computer, like how do you can you load the calibration into the television itself? Like I mean, I kind of workflows where like I'm dealing with.
This isn't like we're creating a lookup table or something. We're using the internal controls on that television to adjust it.
Okay.
So
do a lot of consumer televisions have that capability for the software to communicate directly with the controller?
A few, and more and more.
Oh, okay. Is there a name for that functionality?
AutoCal. Direct Connect.
Direct Connect. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I've actually never heard of it.
Yeah.
Interesting. So I guess so it is in a sense like directly communicating with the monitor and has nothing to do actually with the input device.
That's exactly.
Okay.
So we're directly changing the values in that monitor.
Okay. Cool. LA, is there anything else you'd like to show?
No, you've asked all the right questions. And
I feel like I need to think of wrong questions, but
that is the business we're in. We do it for some of the largest production and post-production facilities in the world. We're the reference standard that people use for this purpose. And we've been in business 12 years. We continue to listen really actively to our customers and hear about what their needs are. In the past year, we've been working a lot on making sure that we're satisfying people's HDR workflow needs.
Oh, okay. So,
we do HDR10, we do Dolby Vision, we do HLG.
Interesting. I guess does it require specific spectrophotometers or? You
do need one that will have a high luminance rating, which this does.
Okay, so the C6.
Yep.
I guess give me an idea here actually for pricing. The C6.
$700.
$700. Okay.
The software is $1,500.
Okay. And then is that licensed per site or is it?
It's per single user.
Oh, per single user. Okay. So say that if my studio has 2 color graders and 1 editor, but all under just one roof, it's one office.
One copy of CalMAN. And it's really conventional. Each shop has a copy of CalMAN. Okay. You put it on a laptop, carry it around to each grading room.
I see. Okay, cool. LA, thank you.
Hey, I really appreciated the chance to talk to you.
Yeah, this is great. Thank you.